He's from England and he wants to have a picture. Come on!
Uranium City is a boom town, like the towns which sprang up in the days of the Yukon Gold Rush. In 1952, it was just one shack. Now it houses 5,000 people and has doubled its size in the last year.
How much money are you making here?
Oh, I'm making approximately $600 a quarter a month.
What are you going to do with all that money?
Well, when I get enough of it, I'll take a trip around the world.
Is uranium dangerous to work with? You have to be careful.
No. Never experienced any anyway.
To get to Uranium City, you go first to Regina, capital of Saskatchewan, a modern city set in the middle of the vast prairies of central Canada. Here we went to one of the training centers for the most famous police force in the world. They don't like to be called Mounties. They like to be known as Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or RCMPs for short. As well as training new recruits, the centre also makes periodic checks on the standards of the old hands in the force. A mounted policeman must be prepared to serve anywhere in Canada, from the United States border to within 100 miles of the North Pole. Some of them even go to sea in the Marine Division of the force. Great stress is laid on physical fitness.
Keep your heads up. Lots of fighting. Come right up.
Superintendent, what qualifications does a man require to become an RCMP?
He must be a British subject, of course, 18 or over, preferably 21, and under the age of 30. He must be single, and he must pass our educational and medical examinations.
Why do you insist on him being single?
It's a question of mobility, really. His first 3 years is devoted to training. He's transferred from various parts of Canada, and it's much easier to move a single man than it would be a married man.
Do the RCMPs still use horses in their work?
In our work, no. The horses are kept strictly for ceremonial work, ceremonial parades, the musical ride. But it is a wonderful training aid. We find the training a man to ride a horse develops a great deal of confidence in the man. And we find it a very, very valuable aid to our training.
What weapons does an RCMP carry?
Of course, we have a wide field of, cover a wide field, but the man is issued with a .38 revolver, and he is trained to use it efficiently. He is also trained in the use of a .303 rifle.
When a man's fully trained as an RCMP, what kind of work can he expect to carry out?
He'd have a great variety of work. It would depend, of course, upon his particular aptitude, but he might find himself on a highway patrol. He might find himself in plainclothes work, enforcing the federal narcotic laws. He would, in the provinces, all the provinces in Canada, with the exception of Quebec and Ontario, we enforce all the provincial laws. Throughout Canada, of course, we enforce the federal laws.
Saskatchewan is one of the world's biggest wheat-growing areas. Last year, it produced 2/3 of the wheat grown in Canada. The farms vary in size from more than 10 square miles to 1/4 of a square mile, or about 160 acres. At one of the smaller holdings, I stopped to ask the farmer what crops he grew.
We've got, you mean in the line of, like corn?
Corn and that sort of stuff,
Yes, corn, wheat, oats, barley, everything like that is right on this farm.
What sort of summer's it been?
Huh?
What's the summer been like?
Good. We have no complaint whatever. We've done real well. And we have our granaries full of wheat, oats, barley, flax, everything.
You pleased about the weather now?
Oh, God, yes. It could just be this way and we're right in clover.
Can you count on weather like this every year?
No, you can't. That's why we're going so fast. We're wanting to get through now.
How many acres have you got?
Oh, God, let's see. Robert, that's just kind of this here extends from here to there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a farm. This here farm. But then M's, you know.
Well, she has 320
Yeah.
and 106.
Yes.
320 acres. Is that about average for this part of the country? Most of the farms that size?
I think so, don't you,
Oh,
Mom?
no, they have sections. They have sections. And that's 320 and 320. All together. That's the experimental farm up there.
Yeah, there's a... Come on out. Go ahead, Nate. Come on. He's
Here, come and explain to us, will you?
He's from England. He's from England, and he wants to have a picture. Come on. Oh, the hell with the people. I ain't got any at all, and I'm talking all right.
While the farmer's wife was trying to find her teeth, we watched the last of this year's wheat being brought in. The crop is not so big this year, but the quality is high. And at the moment, Canadian farmers are more interested in quality than quantity. That's because they still have a big surplus from previous years, which they can't sell, because there is a world wheat surplus. And the Americans have been putting cheap, subsidized wheat on the market. Later, we did persuade the farmer's wife to talk to us, teeth or no teeth.
You do mixed farming here?
Yes, we mix farm. I take care of the chickens, raise the roosters for to sell to Saskatchewan Fair. And the pullets I raise for to have for the next year's eggs. I sell fresh eggs. Our hens don't be outside. Well, our eggs are a nice light color. And I get 40 cents the year round.
Have you had a good year on the farm generally this year?
Oh, yeah. It was quite dry in the first of the spring, but and during the summer. And then with the garden, I work with the garden, too, and do my own canning. And he's gathering the potatoes now, and they're just wonderful potatoes. I don't know how we ever got what we thought.
Although Saskatchewan is called the Prairie Province, nearly a third of it is in fact covered by timber, largely spruce and jack pine, used for telegraph poles, paper making, and building. This is also a holiday area where you can rent a cabin and lead an outdoor life without being uncomfortable. And this, in case you don't recognize it, is baseball, strictly amateur league. A few Canadians play cricket, but they keep pretty quiet about it. This is not large-scale lumbering. That doesn't start until the winter. These trees are being cut down to telegraph poles, an operation which goes on all the year round. The lumberjacks are only allowed to cut down as many trees as they can use. Any which are too thick for poles are sawn up for planks. The life is rough, but they do at least have a washing machine. The last leg of the journey to Uranium City. Across 400 miles of forest and lakes, much of which is still unexplored, into a wilderness of rock and muskeg. Eight years ago, Uranium City did not exist. Then, in 1949, Albert Labine, a mineral prospector, came north to Lake Athabasca looking for uranium. If he found it, he was to send the message, "Saw an elephant." Labine's message, in fact, read, "Saw a herd of elephants." Uranium City is a boom town, like the towns which sprang up in the days of the Yukon Gold Rush. In 1952, it was just one shack. Now it houses 5,000 people and has doubled its size in the last year. The truck which brings fresh water to the door is being replaced by a modern plumbing system, and the bare earth streets are being torn up to lay sewers.
Mrs. Madden, what's it like being a housewife in Uranium City?
Well, I find it much the same as any other place. We have fresh fruits and vegetables and meats flown in every day. The only thing is that they're slightly higher in cost due to the transportation.
But are wages higher correspondingly?
Yes, wages are much higher.
Is there anything for the men to spend their money on, or the women as well, apart from food?
Well, yes, I think so. We have good entertainment here. We have picture shows and dances and that sort of thing.
How long have you lived in Uranium City?
4 years.
Do you enjoy the life up there?
Yes, I do very much.
What about feminine aids to beauty? Can you get your hair done in Uranium City and that sort of thing?
Yes, we can. We have a beauty parlor here and a drugstore, cosmetics and so on.
What about clothes? Can you keep in the latest fashion?
Well, yes, we can. We have several ladies' fashion shops here, and the clothing is not as expensive in comparison as the food, being lighter to ship in.
What's it like in the summer here?
Well, the summers are very pleasant. We are surrounded by beautiful lakes. Boating is a favorite pastime. They have boat clubs in El Dorado and here, and fishing. There's excellent fishing, trout fishing, and grayling in the spring, and then bathing. That's a favorite pastime of the children and grown-ups alike.
It's a pretty nice place for children.
Yes, it is. A very healthy, wonderful climate for children.
All right, Alan? No, Alan will read his story.
Flag. John and Jane were waiting for Mrs. Reed. All of a sudden, the doorbell rung. John and Jane ran to meet her at the door, and they introduced her to all of their family. But they did not introduce Rags, so he was going to introduce himself. So he introduced himself.
Right. Christine?
Rags and and Mrs. Reed. Jane invited Miss Reed for dinner. Miss Reed introduced Jane's mother and father and grandfather, and Rags started to bark.
Teacher, who is Rags?
Rags is the dog in our story.
How many children have you got in the class?
We have 21.
Are they all Uranium City children?
Yes, they are.
What problem do you have over education up there?
Well, the biggest problem I find is to keep the children in school.
Why?
Well, there's a lot of other interesting things outside.
Such as?
Well, maybe you should ask Wilfred and Harriet and George and the ones that aren't here today. It's not sickness that keeps them away.
What do you do with them if they stay away from school?
Well, we try to encourage them to come back, and we give prizes for the ones that have a complete record, and sometimes we threaten them and say we'll get the police after them.
Is there no means of compelling them to attend other than that?
Well, yes, they are reported after they've missed 5 days, and they're reported and are rounded up again and brought back to school.
Do you have Indian children in the school as well?
Yes.
How do they find it to learn English? Easily or not?
Well, they find it quite easily, quite good, except they get mixed up, call she, he, she. But other than that, they're doing very well. If we can just get them to school.
I'm a Chipian Indian.
Wilfred, do you come to school every day?
Yeah.
Honestly, every single day you're meant to?
I never missed a school in this month yet.
What do you do when you're not at school?
I stay home.
And what games do you like to play, or what sports do you do?
I like to play boats, or sometimes I work.
Do you do any hunting?
No.
Fishing?
Yeah, I do fishing sometimes.
What kind of fish do you catch?
Trout.
How big?
Trouts about that big.
How many pounds do they weigh?
About... I caught one before. He was about 65 pounds, I think.
65?
Yeah, and he was...
Oh, no, he can't have been 65. He must have been about 6.
No, it's a big trout. Big one like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's that high and that wide.
Some of these children were born in Uranium City and have never been outside, as the rest of Canada is called here. The nearest big town, Prince Albert, is 400 miles away, and for 2 months in the year, when the ice is forming in autumn and when it breaks up in spring, Uranium City is cut off from the rest of the world. Dog teams used to be the only form of transport through deep snow, and even now you still see them in harness during the winter. These Samoyed Huskies seem friendly, too friendly for our purposes, because our sound recordist, Ronnie Hubbard, had to spend a long time getting one to bark into his microphone.
Are these real Huskies?
Well, they're a cross between a Samoyed and a northern Husky. And I got the mother about 12 years ago. We had a trap line at the time, so I used the dogs for trapping, and we were also freighting. We took the dogs along in case the cap broke down. We'd have a way to get to 70 miles to the nearest post. And then when we decided to come to Uranium City, I couldn't dispose of the dogs, and I couldn't give them to the Indians, so I brought them with me.
Why couldn't you give them to the Indians?
Well, I saw the way the Indians treated the dogs, and I didn't care to have mine used that way.
Are Huskies friendly dogs?
Well, not all of them. I have seen Huskies up in the north that you wouldn't dare turn your back on them or they'd jump on you. But these here are quite friendly because they've been raised with as children and been raised on regular dog food instead of wild meat, which makes a difference.
At the government-owned El Dorado mine, I met and talked to some of the men who dig the uranium out of the earth.
How long have you been in Uranium City?
2 years and a half.
Where do you come from?
I come from Ireland.
What brought you here?
Well, I come here to earn money.
What are you earning?
Earning about 700 a month.
What are you going to do with all that money?
Well, when I get enough of it, I'll take a trip around the world.
How long do you think it'll be before you have enough?
Well, it might be 3 years or 4.
How much do you reckon to have by that time?
Oh, $25,000 or $27,000.
How long have you been in Uranium City?
About 5 months.
What brought you here?
Well, money.
How much are you making?
About $500-600 a month.
What are you going to do with the money?
I'll go back to school.
To school? Where's that?
That's back in Ontario.
How long do you think it'll be before you go back?
Well, next year, next fall.
What are the conditions of work like here?
It's not bad. I like it.
How deep down the mine is the mine?
2,200 feet.
Do you work at that depth?
Yeah, I go down there.
What's it like down there?
It's warm right now, but there's no ventilation system down there yet.
Is uranium dangerous to work with? You have to be careful.
No. Never experienced any anyway.
How much money are you making here?
Oh, I'm making approximately $625 a month.
What are you going to do with it?
Oh, I have a farm outside, half section, and I plan on going back there someday.
What sort of people are working here in the mine?
Well, there's various types of people here in the mine. We have a lot of new Canadians in, and we have a lot that, like myself, have been born in this country and up here to make a little money to go back to establish us in various things outside, such as farming or small business. Or
Does everybody come here for the money?
Well, I don't know. I think that possibly that is one of the biggest
Is there any
reasons.
other reason for coming to Uranium City?
Oh, we like the summers up here very much. There's a lot of fishing and hunting in the fall and that sort of thing up in here.
What's it like down at Uranium Face? Down the mine?
Oh, it's rather hard to describe unless the person has been down before. It's very difficult. There's drifts and a lot of machinery underground that the person would never realize is under there.
Security here is strict. Everyone who enters is checked by a turnstile. These are the first television pictures ever taken of the machinery which separates the uranium oxide from the rock in which it is found. The powerhouse at the El Dorado mine also supplies the electricity for Uranium City. When the rock carrying the uranium has been crushed, the powder is washed through filters to strain out the uranium oxide. The oxide itself is bright yellow and quite safe to handle until it has been milled. About 800 barrels are shipped out every day by barge in the summer and by truck across the ice in winter. While we were there, the first snow of the winter fell. This was a warning for us to leave. Soon all aircraft would be grounded by ice, and if we stayed, we would be stranded. We just had time to take a last look at the town with its curious mixture of Indian camps, wooden shacks, and modern buildings. There's a famous name in Canadian history. And here's one rather less popular. Liquor is virtually rationed up here. When the winter sets in, with temperatures well below zero, work on the roads and sewers will have to stop, for the ground freezes as hard as iron. You'll notice, incidentally, that the driver of this mechanical digger has left his car engine running. Everyone does it up here. Petrol, that's about 3 shillings a gallon. This is the oldest building in Uranium City. In fact, Gus Hawker himself claims to be the oldest citizen.
Now, Gus, how long have you been in Uranium City?
I've been here since 1951.
How much has it changed since then?
Oh, it was just myself in there. There was no one here at all. They built around since now it's improved terrifically what it was then. All kinds of buildings now.
Have you had the store all that time?
Oh yes, I've been on the store on and off.
What do you sell in the store?
Everything.
What does that involve?
Well, from toboggans and dog harness and groceries and dry goods.
How do you get the stuff in, Gus?
Well, you see, we get it in by boat in the summer and then by plane in the winter time.
Are the prices very high up here?
Well, not now, considering we're so far here north. It's not very much higher than outside.
Do you find the fellows up here have a lot of money to spend?
Well, we find that they have more here than anywhere else I've been.
What do they earn on the whole?
Well, I think some of these miners are making $30 to $40 a day.
What do they spend it on?
Well, they gamble quite heavy, and then there's lots of liquor going around here.
Do you sell liquor or not?
Oh, no.
Are the licensing laws up here?
No, we can't sell liquor up here. It's all not the stores.
What do they have, bars?
No, it's just a hotel, and there's a beer parlor, you see.
And this is the beer parlor. A bit lacking in comfort, but all that is changing. In a few years' time, there will probably be a uranium-plated bar with soft lights and music. They may even have television.
What the old man there